Welcome back to Civil Defiance, the show where we don't just walk the boundary, we set the charges and blow it up. I'm your host, Otto Bismarck, and today we're talking about one of the most chilling, arrogant concepts of the digital age, the unperson. You think your past is written in stone? You think history is sacred? Think again. There is a quiet, sinister movement gaining momentum globally. The right to be forgotten, a legal hammer that allows certain people, under specific circumstances, to demand that history, online digital history, simply vanishes. Sounds compassionate, doesn't it? A second chance? A clean slate? I call it a blueprint for digital tyranny. Because every time someone gets to selectively edit their own life, they are actively censoring your right to know, your right to assess, and your right to hold them accountable. This isn't about second chances, it's about digital self-mutilation and handing the scalpel to the powerful. Let's cut through the saccharine marketing. The right to be forgotten, or RtBF, began with the notion of protecting the privacy of the individual, a European idea largely codified in the GDPR. The story they sell is beautiful. A reformed criminal struggling to find work can have old articles about a minor offense scrubbed from search engines. A victim of revenge porn can finally reclaim their life. And yes, those are compelling cases. They are the Trojan horses. But we are not here to debate the outliers. We are here to expose the principle. When you establish the principle that an individual can lobby a corporation or a court to remove a truthful, factual, legally published historical record, what you have actually established is the right to commission a lie. The person doesn't disappear. The event didn't unhappen. They simply create a digital ghost of their former self. They demand that you, the citizen, the journalist, the future employer, the potential partner, you must be willfully deprived of essential context. Is the former CEO asking to forget the investigation into their toxic waste dumping, which was ultimately unproven but damning? Is the politician trying to bury the transcript of the speech they gave 20 years ago that is now politically inconvenient? The system is designed to protect the personal brand, not the public good. And every time a search result is delisted, a piece of public memory is not just obscured, it is actively destroyed for the next generation of researchers, analysts, and citizens. The greatest paradox of the digital age is that we archive everything, yet we are forgetting faster than ever. Every moment is recorded, but the right to be forgotten is weaponizing the very tools of our memory. Consider this: accountability is built on record. We rely on journalism, public records, and court documents to ensure that those who hold power in government, in commerce, in the media are kept honest. Now, a simple court order or even a compliant request to a search giant can turn a factual record into a digital black hole. And here's the most controversial part of this equation: the erasure is often invisible. You don't get a notification that data has been removed. You simply search and find nothing. The absence of information is not proof of innocence. It's proof of successful censorship. We are entering an era where history is becoming a curated, personalized selection of events approved by the subject. You're not getting the truth, you're getting the authorized biography. Imagine a world where the search for Watergate investigation transcripts yields nothing because one of the living subjects successfully petitioned for the articles to be de-indexed from all European search results. Imagine researching a civil rights leader and finding massive gaps because they or their family deemed certain past struggles to be damaging to their legacy. This is the power of the RtBF. It's not a legal technicality, it's a societal lobotomy. It says, your need for comprehensive, factual history is secondary to my comfort. And we, the citizens, are supposed to just comply and let the powerful edit their way out of their mistakes. Civil Defiance says, absolutely not. So let's walk the boundary. If we agree that total erasure is tyranny and that zero anonymity is also tyranny, Where do we draw the line? The proponents of the RtBF always pivot to the most emotionally charged cases, the victims of abuse, the minors who made youthful mistakes. And for those cases, surgical, narrowly defined removal, where the context of their status as a victim is clear, is one thing. But the vast majority of requests are from adults who regret a business decision, a public statement, or a political affiliation. They are asking us to collectively subsidize their personal rebranding campaign with our historical memory. Here is the line that Civil Defiance draws. 1. If the fact was true and published legally at the time, it should remain searchable. No one has the right to rewrite history simply because their conscience or career now dictates it. 2. Statute of limitations is for punishment, not for public memory. A criminal may serve their time, and the debt to society is paid. But the public's right to know about that history, especially if that person seeks a position of power or trust, is eternal. 3. The burden of proof should be on the public interest of the data, not the personal feeling of the subject. The default setting should be openness and truth, not erasure and sanitized comfort. The power to erase is the ultimate power. And when we give that power to corporations and courts, we are creating a mechanism that will be ruthlessly exploited by those who have the money, the influence, and the motivation to sanitize the historical record and leave you, the observer, with a carefully crafted lie. The war for memory is not fought over monuments anymore. It is fought in server farms and with legal briefs. The right to be forgotten is not a right of compassion. It is the ultimate act of civil defiance against history itself. Ask yourself, are you comfortable living in a world where the person applying for the highest office or the person selling you a financial product has paid a team of lawyers to remove the most critical, factual data points about their past? The choice is stark, uncomfortable truth, or comforting lie. Let's get specific. Let's move from the theoretical to the brutally real. I want you to consider the case of a hypothetical biotech firm. Let's call them Omnigen. 15 years ago, Omnigen was embroiled in a scandal. A whistleblower leaked internal documents showing they had knowingly suppressed research about the dangerous side effects of their blockbuster new drug. The story was everywhere. Major news outlets covered it. People got sick. Lawsuits were filed. Omnigen's stock plummeted. Thank you for tuning in to Civil Defiance. Do you agree? Do you think I'm too cynical? Go to our social channels and tell me why I'm wrong. I dare you. Next week, we are diving into the economics of planned scarcity. Why are we being conditioned to want less while the elites consume more? The Green Revolution isn't about saving the planet. It's about controlling your wallet. You won't want to miss it. For Civil Defiance, I am Otto Bismarck. Stay defiant,